thinking they're taking a bait. Looks like they're top of the chain, but guess who is coming to play? Wanna be greater and glorious, paving the way, there'll be more of us victorious. We're taking the throne, taking the title and bringing it home. Hold it, wait, thinking they're taking the bait. Looks like they're top of the chain, but guess who is coming to play? Wanna be greater and glorious, paving the way, there'll be more of us victorious. We're taking the throne, taking the title and bringing it home. We're at it again.
Bet it all on me, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it all on me, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it, bet it all on me, yeah, bet on me, I got that high hands, tell 'em stop.
Armed Forces Basketball Championships, Navy and Marine Corps women. Let's send it out to the public address announcer.
Number 2, Kara Wood. Number 3, Danae Wilson. Number 22, Ariel Thomas. Number 10, Kaylee Springer. Give it up for the visiting team, our Navy women. And now for the home team, Aronisha Jefferson. Number 1, Shelby Lindsay. Number 21, Kaylee D'Arcy. Number 12, Brianna Allen. And number 32, Veronica French. Give it up for the home team. We also have our officiants for today's game. We have Phoebe, Nini, and Simone. Give it up for some of the best officiants in the world here with us today. Ladies, let's get ready to toss it up and play ball.
Starting lineups are on the floor. We'll go through them real quickly for you. The Navy women under head coach Sarita Brumfield will look like this. Kara Wood, the sharpshooter, 15.6 points a game for Navy, leads the charge. Danae Wilson in there today, as well as Kaylee Springer. She's a Lieutenant JG out of Nyack, New York. Angela Myers gets the call, the Lieutenant Commander, and Ariel Thomas also in the starting lineup. For the Marine women under head coach Chris Madden, the old stalwart Veronica French in the starting lineup. Typically how Marines go is through her, and Brianna Allen also in the starting lineup. Shelby Lindsay in there, as well as Kaylee D'Arcy, and Ashley Leachman out on the floor as well. So away we go with game number 2 of the day. Final day of pool play, and both of these squads come in really, again, another pride game, Joel, as the Marines get a bucket right away, and D'Arcy is hurt right away, and she's going to have to come out of the game. Hopefully she's going to be okay. The Navy women come into this game with an 0-5 record. The Marine Corps women sit at 1-4. But both teams have improved throughout the course of this tournament.
They have, and I expect a very competitive game here. Navy looking for their first win. The Marines picked up their first win early in the tournament in a couple of years. And so we expect a very even matchup today.
Talked to both head coaches before the game. Chris Madden said, hey, I'm really, really proud of these ladies and their improvement throughout the tournament as Lindsay cleans up.
As he should be. They've really played hard. They've competed. They haven't quit. We've seen them get off to great first halves against some of the top teams in the tournament. You know, the next step for them is playing complete games against these teams.
Danae Wilson from downtown for Navy. She had 3 points in yesterday's game. 1 point lead for the Marines, and Ariel Thomas comes down with the turnover.
Speaking of stalwart Major Veronica French, Navy has one in their own right. Angela Myers, who does a little bit of everything for Navy, playmaking, leadership.
Former Navy Academy player as Danae Wilson launches. Myers won a Patriot League title as a senior in the 2010-2011 season. You see her there with the basketball. Thomas down low for Springer. Springer through three, and a whistle and a foul. And they call that on Brianna Allen, and Brianna Allen has had some problems in this tournament catching fouls early.
She has, and it's imperative that she remain on the floor, not get into early foul trouble. She's too valuable to her team not to be on the floor.
Aranisha Jefferson comes in to replace French. And Danae Wilson will go to the free throw line. Danae averaging 5 points a game in this tournament. That, actually check that, it's Kaylee Springer, sorry. Springer at the free throw line.
But not only Springer, speaking of Wilson, both of them have been inserted into their starting lineup. A little change there by Coach Broomfield.
Yeah, when I talked with her before the game, she's like, at the end of the day, it's just about playing hard, wanting it. And that's what we need to do to get the win today. She's like, it's not X's and O's, it's about the heart.
Yes, it's about the intangibles today. And they take on the complexion of their head coach, who's demanding, she's tough, she expects excellence from her team. There's no quit in this Navy squad.
Dominique White up off the bench very quickly for Chris Madden.
Really, as we saw in the earlier game, you can kind of go deep into your bench to see what you have for years to come. These are program building moments.
The basketball going to stay with Navy here. They do whistle a foul, and that's going to be on Ebby Nelm-Shivers. I'll check that. Springer, ball out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Navy. Shelby Lindsay is all over Angela Myers to start this game. Defensively,
she's
relentless.
Yes, you took the word right out of my mouth. She's been all over her opponents, all over the court, very active, doing things that don't necessarily show up in the box score. We saw a deflection there.
How about Ariel Thomas with the nice little floating shot? Gives Navy a 1 point lead here in the first quarter.
Thomas with the early 2 points. She had 10 points in game one versus the Marines, averaging 9.4 for the tournament. She's been very consistent.
Olivia Isla splashes to the high post there for the Marines. She earned some playing time after yesterday's game.
She really has. At the beginning of the tournament, we didn't see much of her, but as the tournament has progressed, she's earned more playing time in Coach Madden's rotation.
Kaylee Springer down with the rebound. And guess who? It's Islas out of the pile with the basketball. Skip pass, and that's a turnover for the Marines. And Darcy's on the bench. I just looked over, so that's a good sign. Hopefully she can return.
That is a good sign. She's been a key player for the Marines, averaging 13.4 points a game. Little letdown last game, only 2 points, but she's had a overall good tournament.
Ariel Thomas with her second bucket of the game. Petty Officer First Class out of Naval Station, Norfolk, Virginia, has had a pretty decent tournament.
And Thomas, without Allen or Darcy in the game right now, earning a living inside. As we see White coming in to spell both of those ladies, contributing early.
Her first basket of the tournament. Nice to see that hard work rewarded. Kira Wood for three, yes!
Navy loves that little UCLA cut. They actually gave the ball to Myers there, who found Kira Wood on the kick out. Very capable three-point shooter. She's had a heck of a tournament, Kira Wood.
14 trays now in the tournament for her. Islas takes a shot, and it's Danae Wilson down with it.
Wood has been the offensive leader for this Navy squad, averaging 15.6 points a game.
Islas working against Wilson. Lindsay. Jefferson wanted the three. Not able to connect. Down low, Springer. That Marine Corps D getting out quick. Closing out.
They are, and I'm pretty sure Coach Madden is happy to see that. His point of emphasis in his overall team philosophy is good team defense.
Sarita Brumfield gonna call a quick timeout here. 4:26 to play in the opening quarter. Navy by 4. .26 to play here in quarter number 1. The Navy with a 4-point lead. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines with you from the Smith Fitness Center here at Fort Moore, Georgia. Championship games tomorrow. Erica Tallman for Navy, fresh into the game, her first basket.
Great find by Kira Wood. When she drives the paint, the defense has to converge. And as a good point guard, making plays for her team as we see Tallman enter the game, making an early mark.
7-0 run for Navy.
The Marines have to stop the bleeding. Good offensive possession here, and a great shot would go a long way for that. And right on cue, Darcy, who's toughing it out, showing some grit, catch and shoot, very capable scorer.
And some immediate pressure from the Marines as well, and a traveling call. I just looked down at my sheet really fast, and I noticed as Darcy checks out of the lineup, but even though she had that point issue yesterday where she only had 2 points, she's still averaging over 13 a game.
That just goes to show how prolific of a scorer she was the first 4 games and what she's meant to this Marine Corps team in this tournament.
How about the reverse layup from Brianna Allen?
That's what she does. Anytime she can catch the ball close around the basket, always a great opportunity to finish.
Kira Wood for three. Marines running the floor in transition, and the whistle. And Angela Myers the guilty party, her first. Team's first. 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Jefferson for three, no. Dare I say, Kira Wood, as you see her pass the basketball there, she's made a strong case to make that all-armed forces team.
Yes, she has. She's a very capable scorer. I'm pretty sure she can contribute to any team that she's on. But excited to see Henderson as she comes in the game with a turnaround jump shot, coming off the bench, getting 2 points early.
And speaking of, there's Henderson on the defensive end in transition. Danae Wilson, yes.
Good job by Henderson, being active on the defensive end, leading the break, head up, finding her teammate for two.
And Chris Madden now wants to talk about it with his Marine squad. 5-point lead. Marines and Navy, an inter-service rivalry. Always going to be a battle when these two hook up.
Yes. We're competing today, but we're family any other time.
Shelby Lindsay. And that goes out of bounds. And the Marines will keep the basketball here. Jordan Gravely into the Marine lineup. Brianna Allen, nice inbound pass from Gravely.
Great find, great execution, great finish by Allen with the left hand.
And scoring a shot clock change here for the officials. 3-point lead for Navy. Danae Wilson. And that ball knocked out of bounds by French. Danae Wilson is not afraid to travel inside the forest.
She is not. 5'3" guard out of Colorado Springs. What she lacks for inside, she makes up it for in heart, and she's earned this start today.
Brianna Allen down with the rebound. And the Marine women on the run. Nice job defensively by Kira Wood.
Yeah, good job by Wood, but Allen is a post player capable. When she gets it off the glass, she can lead the break.
Allen misses, but Shelby Lindsay helps out her teammate.
No surprise there. Lindsay has been relentless this whole tournament, doing a little bit of everything for her squad. Swiss Army knife, we see weak-bound offensive rebound put back there.
Kira Wood, that looked good, but French down with the rebound. And the Marines with the chance to take the lead here.
This would be huge for their momentum here in the first quarter. A relatively high-scoring first quarter for these teams.
And French does give the Marines the lead. 17-16, 21 seconds to play.
And the Marines could use many of those types of possessions. Low stress, rhythmic, flowing possessions.
How about that for rhythmic and flowing from Danae Wilson?
Wilson is very capable of hitting that outside shot. Again, she's been a key piece for Navy in this tournament.
And that is going to end the first quarter. Marines trailing Navy. Danae Wilson with 8.
I can't take no breaks. Every game I'm never going in my A. Putting numbers on the board when I play. With the trophy in the air, I can't wait. This time I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in. This time I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in. This time I'm all in.
Y'all walk with the big thing, been had the big face, shine with the big screen, been had the juice. Body gon' fill up the crew, back 10 low without the roof, might send out the truth. Dugging like Mac, make long over Shaq, going crazy, no moving my how they got hooves. Watch how I snapping they neck, they so I don't need to respect, move, I act the fool. It's ludicrous, watch how I'm coming to your hate league team in the months. See you got shooters, big time rolling over bodies, can they hit a new rack? John got it, they got my shoes. All stay, get some insurance, running with a whole G, get endurance, better control your breathing. Trash star running over wax, got a pack in the back full of matches, I'm hot as a fever. Already veteran, I don't gotta ask, they gon' let us in, get on my leg. Spinning like a tank on E, hopping out, running down on feet, baptizing the streets. Yeah, but the tight of them streets, I get it solo, dolo, YOLO, mic in the speed. I've been killing on my own, I'm serious, going up the
Start of the second quarter here at the Smith Fitness Center. Navy with a 2-point lead, looking for their first win of this 2024 Armed Forces Basketball Championships. And the Marines take the ball away right away to start the quarter. And Jefferson launches a 3, and it's Ariana Henderson. Navy with numbers, and it's going to be Henderson to finish. She has 4 points in the game.
I like Henderson's game. I really like Henderson's game. Slasher, active. She's always around the action.
Dominique White and a foul. So it'll be White going to the free throw line. That foul on Henderson. Kaylee Springer at the scoring table. She'll check in here, replacing Erica Tallman. White, a sergeant out of Camp Pendleton, California, 2 points in that first quarter. And this is the free throw. This Marine Corps squad averaging 51 points a game under second-year head coach Chris Madden.
And again,
1 for 2.
Kudos to Coach Madden and his staff for working hard to get the Marines their first win on the women's side in a number of years.
Henderson with 6 points now in the game. As Thomas is down with the rebound for Navy, and they're on the run. Shelby Lindsay causing havoc. Toledo fresh into the game for Navy, saves it though. 2-3 zone look here defensively, Joel.
Yes, Coach Madden switching it up, throwing different looks at Navy, but they still are able to convert. Ariel Thomas having a great game early on. 6 points. More than halfway to her tournament average.
Grant Allen and Islas will come in here. Darcy checks out along with Johnson. Allen for three. Kaylee Springer was well up the floor, but Navy couldn't get her the ball. There's a nice pass to Springer. Reverse layup won't go.
And again, Henderson got that off the rim. Sometimes you have to turn those passes down, those high degree of difficulty passes, but Islas showing some range.
Two-point shot for Islas. She had 4 points in yesterday's game in a losing cause to Air Force.
She's shown great growth and development throughout this tournament after not playing early. When her number was called, she really contributed. And sometimes it takes game action for you to kind of improve and, you know, get your feet wet, to be comfortable and know that you can play at this level.
Allen firing away. Navy in transition. Springer. Nice job from Kaylee Springer.
She's tough. She's really tough. She's been all over the place. And, you know, just to reiterate my point, this is the highest level of basketball in our military services, our armed forces. So there's some quality players, some good individual talent here, good coaching.
5 on the red clock. Allen for three.
Good for Allen. That's a good sign. She's attempted a couple of threes, finally gets one to go, showing the ability not only to connect on the inside, but has a little bit of range.
6 points for Allen. Navy lead down to 4, and Allen comes out with the basketball.
Allen does a little bit of everything for this squad. Holds down the paint. She's averaging 11 points in this tournament, 15 last game. A great showing from the free throw line, 13 to 16, 81%. She's had a great tournament. Here's a fun fact. Captain Brianna Allen was the 2003 USMC Female Athlete of the Year.
It's a stat crew keeping us informed. They're good.
I might know a few people at the Marine Corps.
5:53 to play here in the first half. Springer, Ariel Thomas, yes, 8 points for her.
Great teamwork, especially interior passing from Springer to Thomas, led by Henderson, who penetrated and started that play. Navy working hard trying to earn their first win of this tournament. No letdown in them. It's good to see.
Marines opportunity cut into 6-point deficit. 6 on the red clock. Allen just threw it up and drew the foul.
And again, we've stated she's made a living at the free throw line. Very aggressive on the inside. The 6-foot center. Coach Madden imploring his team to just play solid team defense. Sometimes when you go for steals and lunge, you put your team at a disadvantage. Solid 5-on-5 half-court defense.
81% free throw shooter, like you mentioned, Joel, and she buries 2 out of 2 on that trip. Navy, though, holding on the plus side of the ledger. They lead by 4.
And the Marines showing resilience even after a Navy lead, not getting down, still within a couple of possessions.
Ariana Henderson, she's got 8.
Henderson is a slasher, the former Georgia Lady Bulldog. She has shown very well in this tournament, averaging 8.2 points a game. Had a tournament high 19 in her last game.
Thomas in transition. She's in double figures, and it's an 8-point lead for the Navy.
Thomas with 4.5 minutes in this first half has already reached her tournament average.
I would say there's quite a few players on this roster. There's a shot put in by Fletcher.
Deja Fletcher, a newcomer to the team. Good finish.
Kira Wood steps in, 14-footer, and Allen with the rebound. They'll say a foul on the floor.
You know, that shot didn't go in, but when Kira Wood shoots, her form is so pretty. Good rotation. Looks like it has a chance to go in when it leaves her hand.
Yeah, I think Ariana Henderson and Kira Wood have both played themselves into potential inclusion on the All-Armed Forces team, and Ariel Thomas as well for Navy.
And Henderson off the bench. She hasn't started the game, but when she comes in, she plays like a starter. She's a key piece of the squad.
Navy has some really good pieces on this team, just haven't been able to put it together for a win this week, but they have played better throughout the week.
Right now, they're in the driver's seat, up by 6 points.
That one in and out. I mean, that game they played against Air Force, they put a real scare to Navy into Air Force as Wood launches the three.
They did, and as we've seen, you can throw records out the window. All of these teams can compete with each other. Air Force is just a formidable squad. They're hard to beat.
Speaking of formidable, I'd say Brianna Allen can be formidable too.
If she establishes herself in the paint early, which she has thus far, it could be a long night for Navy defending her down low.
I mean, Allen with the rebound. I mean, again, as a stop and pop there, and Fletcher down with the rebound. But Allen, Lindsay, Darcy, all three of them could be in contention for a spot on the All-Armed Forces team as well.
Yes, Allen made that team last year, and we see why. She's a viable candidate to make that team. Needing a breather now because she's worked hard in these first 17.5 minutes.
She looks exhausted. 4-point lead for Navy. It's a tight one here at the Smith Fitness Center. 2:25 to play in the second quarter. Shot clock at 2. Just beating the shot clock was the Marines. Ariana Henderson. That was a nice shot, just rattled out. I feel like we're seeing everything out of Ariana Henderson over the last 3 days. She just skied for that rebound. I was like, wow, she got jumped out of the gym.
Look, I didn't want to keep harping on it, but my thought was she is involved in almost every play, whether it's on the break, rebounds, offensively creating for herself and or her teammates.
Wood against Leachman. Wood. And a jump ball is called. Leachman's so tough, too.
She is. She's been battling an arm injury, missed a couple of games, but there's no quitting her. Very resilient, shows a lot of grit.
Wouldn't expect any less out of Gunny.
You're right about that.
Baseline. Shot on the way, in and out.
You know, regardless of the records of either team, both are still having fun, playing with smiles on their faces. There's a bounce in their step, giving it their all. Deja Wilson is tough. Danae, excuse me.
10 points tough here in the first half for her.
Couple of Navy players in double figures. Wilson, Thomas. Been really leading their squad here in the first quarter.
Shot clock rolls under 10. Darcy. Johnson, put back shot goes.
Good to see Darcy return after banging up her knee.
And today Wilson has had a half, Joel, 12 points. She was averaging 5 points a game coming in. Blowing that out here this afternoon.
She's had 25 points for the tournament, almost half of her tournament production here in the first half.
Shot clock is off. 6 seconds. Gotta hurry. Lindsay needs to fire up a shot here. And does right at the buzzer.
That was an ideal possession for the Marines to end the half. Didn't panic. The clock was winding down. Ended up with the best possible shot, and they converted.
A 37-33 lead at the half. 2 players in double figures for Navy. Brianne Allen doing a lot of work for the Marines. Back in about 14 with the second half.
Spent too long chasing someone I'm not. But I was raised on Rizzo. I can be hot and not a 00. I'll be my own superhero. Perfectly imperfect, cause this body gives me strength though. I'm not the girl I thought I would be, but now I wouldn't change a single thing. Used to compare myself to everyone else, afraid of standing out. I push me down, but I can shine so bright, I can laugh. I should never feel worthless. I don't miss that girl from the past. She's never coming back. Spent too long chasing some till a player on top, know it. Rooftop pit, house sweet. If you really want it, gotta own it. Fly through it, we was at the lowest. Blood, sweat, tears, the components. Riding all year, now's the moment. We are not friends, we are opponents. Yeah, I'm coming for mine, yeah. I'm making a play, the game on the line, yeah. I've been on the grind, yeah. I jump in the spot, I made it my time, yeah. Look in the sky, yeah. The stars align, no shade to shine. Can't stop it already, emotional work and devotion. We put in this time, look. You won't stop my stride. I'll just break your line. I don't tolerate wasted time. Coming to take what's mine. Can't stop, won't stop, won't. If you really want it, gotta own it. Blood, sweat, tears, liquor. If you take us down, keep fighting. Off day, gotta bounce back. Might have took an L, we don't count that though. Remember back, we was down bad. Now the way we looking, gotta doubt that. I know you see the way we moving, giving game. Better listen like a student. Don't talk bad it, be about it, do it. Look here, really ain't nothing to it. I got proof for you like tenfold. Always down for the team, 10 toes. You been hater, we been no. Won't quit till I'm in the end zone. Won't stop till I hit the goal line. Never been the one to need a cosign. Can't stop it already. Emotional work and devotion. We put in this bedtime. Look. You won't stop my stride. I'll just break your line. I don't tolerate wasted time. Coming to take what's mine. Can't stop, won't stop, won't. If you really want it, gotta own it. Blood, sweat, tears, liquor. If you take us down, keep fighting. At the end, I'll be there waiting for the rest. I don't take pity on the man. Couldn't keep up with my best. No contest, no. You won't stop my stride. I'll just break your line. I don't tolerate wasted time. Coming to take what's mine. Can't stop, won't stop, won't. If you really want it, gotta own it. Blood, sweat, tears, liquor. If you take us down, keep fighting. Yeah. Ooh, here we go. Back again, same scenario. Win, 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 win. Yeah, we on a roll. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. We like 10 and 0. I should probably tell them something that they didn't know. Back then we was down with nowhere to go. Shit, might have been down, but we did fold. Now we running it like some intervals. Ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, who? Us now. What you gonna do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when I come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, who? Us now. What you gonna do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when we come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, give me that crown. I need that now, right now. Ooh, don't make a sound. It's my time. You hear the crowd. Hey, we need that rain. Me and my team. Deja vu. This here a dream. We done all seen 100 times over back when we was just teens. Now we going dumb. Told them we the one. They would count us out. Now we counting up the funds. Now without a doubt, they be throwing up the ones. Like they was always rapping. Yeah, believe them if you want. Now they show love. Came with a dub. It is what it is. It isn't what it was. They all love to hate when it don't work out. Tell you that they always been down when it does. Look. Say, ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, who? Us now. What you gonna do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown.
came to dominate. 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 I did not come to play, I came to dominate. 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 I did not come to play, I came to dominate. 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 I did not come to play, I came to dominate. 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 I did not come to play, I came to dominate. 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 Please don't ever fix your mouth to try to diss him. I can rearrange your teeth like novice dentist. Snap like Thanos, turn to dust my competition. But I preach non-violence, so I just dismiss them. Ocean all my flows, I wear all my gold. Two can't sell my chain, you just follow your nose. Cross you up like Kyrie, I'm so grimy, leave you slimy. Size of my foes, next to greatness, they look tiny. Ooh, yeah, ayy. All y'all look like steak. Ooh, yeah, ayy. I'm finna finish my plate. This ain't even a game, it's a dinner date. Crush my competition, watch me dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate. 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 I did not come to play, I came to dominate. 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 I did not come to play, I came to dominate. 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 I did not come to play, I came to dominate. 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 I did not come to play, I came to dominate. Dominate. Dominate.
Fresher than some Altoids or Mentos, I've been froze. Better with the alloy, I mean metal, I spit those. Let her see a bad boy, she slick, oh, spin those. A feather like a waveform, I'm quick, so don't slip, bro. Oh my God, trying to dominate it all, yes, I go hard. I need 50 for a show, give me.
Third quarter here at the Smith Fitness Center at Fort Moore, Georgia. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines, our incredible second audio visual squad and crew. They have literally played every minute of every game.
Absolutely. Shout out to the crew in the truck, the cameras, for everything that y'all have done for this broadcast. It's been absolutely superb.
It's hard work keeping me and you on point.
You're the talent, Dan.
We're in trouble, Dan. 4-point lead for Navy as we get started. Oh, man. Angela Myers, both teams' original starting lineups on the floor, except for Islas, who is getting the start here for the Marines in the second half. And why not? She played well in that first half.
She has. Obviously, Coach Madden has inserted her in there. She's earned it. Great sequence by the Marines coming out of halftime. Defensive stop. They showed zone defense. Added a score onto it and the chance to go to the line for the and one. That's an ideal start for the Marines.
Also, Johnson is in the starting lineup, I just noticed as well. So Veronica French starts on the bench. So Chris Madden changing it up just a little bit here. It's a 2-point game.
Ariel Thomas with the three from the top of the key against that zone defense. If we're going to play zone, got to get out on the shooters.
13 points for her. Navy's lead now 5. Don't forget, we have a night session coming up as Henderson comes out with the rebound. Wood for 3. Yes! Kira Wood, her second 3 of the game.
Consecutive threes by two very capable shooters. And also on the Navy side, Henderson inserted in this lineup to begin the second half. So changes on both sides by the coaches.
Wood got tied up. Army and Air Force men are coming up next. So, I mean, if you've been darting in and out of the broadcast, make sure around 4 o'clock, whenever that might be, Whatever time that game, I'm not even sure what time it's going to start. But dial in.
Absolutely. Scheduled for 4, but give or take a few minutes.
Ram it.
You know, anytime in a tournament format or a basketball event, you have multiple games per day.
Shelby Lindsay and one.
She just keeps trucking along, filling up the stat sheet for the Marine Corps.
6 points now in the game. Allen had 10 points in the first half to pace the Marines. Big first half from Danae Wilson of Navy. She had 12 points. Thomas had 10 in that first half.
We saw some very solid performances. These two teams will square off again tomorrow.
Consolation bracket action. So these two teams will be on the floor at 11 a.m. to kick off the day as that ball goes out of bounds. This next game coming up between Air Force and Army men, that's for a spot in the championship game tomorrow against a very formidable Navy opponent. Leachman. And bodies hitting the floor. It's Myers and Lindsay. They've been battling all day, those two. Smiling, though.
They have. You took the words right out of my mouth. Angela Myers took the worst of that spill, but again, she hops up, smiling, glad she's okay.
Ball stolen away by Lindsay. Darcy lays it up and in. She has 7.
The Lindsay-Darcy combination, they've been very welcome additions to this team.
Kira Wood for 3, and she's starting to heat up, partner.
The Marines,
she's got 9.
The Marines, as close as they get, Navy just finds a way to kind of maintain their lead.
In transition, it's Henderson up off the glass.
Wilton with the great pass ahead. Henderson with an even better finish on the break.
Henderson now with 10. 3 players in double figures for Navy as Leachman in and out. Just could not hit. And Navy trying to push this lead to double digits. Wood for 3, no. And an offensive foul. And Myers picks up her 3rd as Veronica French is going to come in here for Allen. Almost 4 minutes gone by here in the 3rd quarter.
2 vets replacing each other. This is Major Veronica French's 4th year. She's vocal, leads by example. Coach wouldn't mind having 12 of her in his roster.
Johnson, no. Rebound underneath. And this time it's Darcy there to pick it up. She's got 9.
She's starting to pick up her score and can't keep her out of the scoring column this game. Oh.
And Leachman's going to have to come out of the game here as she must have took an elbow. And they're going to call a foul here. We'll see.
She's battled this tournament.
Yeah, just injuries galore here for her, unfortunately.
Just goes to show her toughness, her heart. Hopefully she's okay.
Shows you the physicality of this game. Immel for Air Force is wearing a mask.
Yeah, partner. Again, kudos to all the athletic trainers for each of the services, tending to all of the players, ensuring that they're ready to go for each and every game, practice. You see a lot of players with bandages and braces and tape.
I don't care who you are. 7 days of hoops at this level in a row. It's a long week. Ooh, another collision there. Shelby Lindsay said, "Hey, coach, can I get a sub?"
She's like, "Coach, I've been working my tail off. I need one. I've been all over the place."
That was great.
It was great. That was a great exchange right there.
6-point Navy lead. Down low, Thomas for Wood. In and out. Johnson's had a lot of rebounds here in this game for the Marines as Allen goes all the way to the bucket. Can't finish. Henderson a little bit short.
And right on cue, Johnson with another board that she signals for a break. Look, these players are giving their all. They're playing hard. They're exerting all of their energy and effort, leaving nothing on the court.
Grant Allen, an 8-footer, yes.
And the Marines love to run their offense at the high post through Allen, the defender lunging for the steal, creating an opening for her to sink the mid-range jumper.
Wood, open look for three. She's so close on most of them.
She is. When she catches the ball, she ensures she has her feet set. Just didn't go down there.
Darcy wants a three. Yes! Kaylee Darcy now with 12 in the game.
That was an outstanding pass by Johnson. Again, making the right pass. Teammate wide open in the left corner. Catch and shoot. Pulling the Marines to within one. Or as my partner would say, a stick man.
Navy by a stick man.
Coin that phrase. You need to trademark it, Dan.
But beyond that, the Marines have climbed back in here.
They have, and a chance to take the lead here on this possession. Way to battle back.
A 7-0 run here by Navy. Or excuse me, by the Marines to claw back into this.
Come now, go now. Come up, Prince.
Nobody going quietly away into the Georgia afternoon as Henderson puts it up and in.
And you can't expect any of these teams to have any quit in them. All of these teams are determined.
Darcy wide open for three, no. But look who's out in front on defense. That was Darcy.
Yes, way to sprint back in transition D. Didn't jog, didn't walk. She was the one who shot the three-point shot, or running from the baseline. That just goes to show her fitness and conditioning.
Nice shot from Ariana Henderson. She is heating up here in the second half, Joel. She now has 14 in the game.
Just continuing where she left off in the first half has been a major piece for this team.
Springer with the block of Allen.
The Marines in their 3-2 zone defense. Gotta get to the corners when you're playing that zone.
What a shot from Janae Wilson. She's got 15 points. And Navy stretched it back to 8.
We just getting started. Finger on trigger with aim on a target. I'm shooting my shot, yeah. It's right on, no money, no discount, no bargain. Hear them calling. The clock is ticking, we cannot be stalling. We pulling up harder. Hey, one shot, one chance, I gotta go all in. You know what it is, I gotta get it. You know what it is, I'm bound to win it. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is.
If you've heard it once, you've heard it 1,000 times. Basketball is a game of runs. So we've seen one 7-0 run by the Marines, cutting it to 47-48, followed by a 7-0 run of Navy's.
1:56 to play here in this third quarter. That game that the Marines won on the third day of this tournament, an 8-point victory over Navy. Darcy had 21 points in that game. French had 14 points. That was a tournament high for Veronica French. But I think Kaylee Darcy, with that game, really put herself on the map as a potential all-armed forces player. Shelby Lindsay has had a wonderful tournament for this Marine squad. Brianna Allen. Record is not everything when you're trying to put together 12 from across the armed services.
To represent the United States internationally, Darcy has eclipsed 20 points twice in this tournament, as we see French doing what she's capable of.
Stops the bleeding after that 9-0 Navy run. Lead down to 7. 57-50. Kaylee Springer. Wow, Springer's kind of coming into her own.
She is. Again, she's obviously earned that start that she had today, and we see why. Her ability to finish and be active on the inside on both ends of the floor.
Allen with a valiant effort to save it. Let's look at that last bucket by Springer.
And again, Myers and Wood. Myers with the hockey assist.
Just great passing from Navy right there, as Erica Tallman's going to come back into the lineup to replace Springer here.
Haven't seen much of Tallman today. Surprised that we haven't seen Elmody Nilm Shivers, who's been a key piece thus far for Navy.
Henderson. Look at French skying over Tallman to grab that rebound. All heart.
And that's what your leaders do. A little bit of everything, leading by example. It's more to this game than just putting the ball in the bucket.
Jefferson coming back into the lineup with 31 seconds left in quarter number 3.
Jefferson will be the primary ball handler here. Great seal by Shelby Lindsay on the underneath out of bounds play to finish. Great find by French.
9 points now in the game for Shelby. 7-point lead for Navy. Shot clock is off here. Wilson kicks it out. Myers wide open, look for 3. And the Marines now with 8 seconds can get a shot here. 6 seconds. Jefferson. And the Marines not able to convert, so we will head now to quarter number 4. A 7-point lead for Navy.
We just getting started. Finger on trigger with aim on a target. I'm shooting my shot, yeah. It's right on, no money, no discount, no bargain. Hear them calling. The clock is ticking, we cannot be stalling. We pulling up harder. Hey, one shot, one chance, I gotta go all in. You know what it is, I gotta get it. You know what it is. check, hang time, we up. Gotta stay up, way up. It's cut it up, want a rematch. First time won't be last. It's the beginning, we just got started. 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 It's the beginning, we just got. It's the beginning, we just got started.
10 minutes left to play between the Marine women and Navy. Dan Hawkins, Joel Hines with you at the Smith Fitness Center. Game 2 of the day here of this 2024 Armed Forces Basketball Championships. And we've been treated to a good one here as both squads playing hard. The Marine women trying to get their second win of this tournament. Navy looking for win number 1. And a whistle and a quick timeout was called by the Marines. So Chris Madden trying to retain the possession here. You've said it many times, Joel, throughout this tournament, that every possession matters. And Chris Madden saying, I can't take these timeouts home with me.
Every possession does matter in the game of basketball. Can't take any opportunities for granted. Sometimes in a fast-paced, high-scoring game such as basketball, it's easy to kind of devalue the ball. Can't score if you don't have the ball. You at least want to end possessions in good shots, and there's a process of getting there. Ball movement, player movement, making good decisions, being disciplined.
Timeout on the floor is over. Lindsay to inbound, or excuse me, receives the inbound. That's taken away by Navy. Not the play they wanted. Navy trying to extend the 7-point lead on this possession. Kira Wood for 3. And it's Henderson there. That was fast.
Yes, she has really put her stamp on this game. You know, but getting back to the Marines, sometimes, all the time, it's about basketball fundamentals. Dribbling, shooting, passing, catching with 2 hands. It sounds pedestrian, sounds simple, but it really goes a long way. The best teams, the best players have a solid grasp on fundamentals.
Not a good look from 3 there. And Veronica French will check back into the lineup. 61-52 the score, 8:58 to play. A 9-point lead for Navy. Marines need a stop.
They really do. They're content on sitting back in this 3-2 zone. Navy passing around the horn.
Seven on the red clock. Stolen away. Nice job by Darcy. 2-on-1 here. Nice pass to French.
That was an overall great sequence there by Darcy in the passing lane, leading the break, savvy moves, shielding off the defender, finding her teammate for the easy 2. Good basketball.
Kira Wood, 3, buried it. 4th triple of the game for her.
She's just awesome. I mean, period. She's awesome. Her outside shot is pure. She can shoot off the dribble, shoot off the catch, and her teammates do a great job of finding her.
Erica Tallman fouled Darcy. 10-point lead. Largest lead for Navy. That foul on Tallman, her first.
The last time these 2 teams played, Kira Wood had 21 points on 5 triples. Duplicating that effort today.
Marines 7 of 9 from the free throw line today. Lead down to 9. Darcy with 13 points in the game.
The hot shooting of Kira Wood has forced the Marines to go back to man-to-man.
And now you got to cover Danae Wilson.
And even still, help side defense, got to close out on the shooters. Navy's a very capable three-point shooting team.
Game high 18 points for her tonight.
That's a great sign for the all-Navy women's basketball program.
And Allen throws it up off the glass. Brianna Allen with 16 points. Shot blocked.
And that just goes to show when she's not in foul trouble, when she's on the floor, she's a major contributor to this team.
French just hoisted a three, and it's Henderson. Goes coast to coast and lays it up and in.
Great individual move there on the break by Henderson. Johnson was waiting on her, but Henderson with the skill move to evade the defense on the Euro.
Navy right now is running and gunning, but Johnson says not so fast. A triple.
Big time shot there by Johnson, who's very capable of hitting the outside shot.
Lead is at 9 for Navy.
Navy working both sides of the floor, and that's good offense. When you move the ball from side to side, that's when the defense breakdowns and you have driving lanes. But good stop by the Marines here.
Myers had no choice with the shot clock rolling down. Turnaround jumper from Darcy. Off the mark. Navy on the run. And Sarita Bromfield wants to call a full timeout here with 5:31 to play. Hanging on to a 9-point lead. Back after this.
Here we go. Back again, same scenario. Win, 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 win. Yeah, we on a roll. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. We like 10-0. I should probably tell them something that they didn't know. Back then, we was down with nowhere to go. Might have been down, but we didn't fold. Now we running it like some intervals. Ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, who? Us now. What you gon' do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when I come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, ooh, us now. What you gon' do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when we come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, give me that crown. I need that now, right now. Ooh, don't make a sound. It's my time. You hear the crowd. Hey, we need that rain. Me and my team. Deja vu. This here a dream. We done all
Kaylee Springer returns to the Navy lineup out of the timeout. Ashley Leachman for the Marines. Tough.
Yes, she is. Oh, yes, she is. Bandaged elbow, bandaged eye. Blood was dripping from her face. Back in there.
Nothing but a thing. 6 on the red clock. Springer, a long shot, in and out. Marines on the run. Allen. Out of the high post, it's Darcy. French now trying to find a shot for the Marines. Shot clock is at 6. Allen strong to the bucket. No foul.
Even so, even though they didn't convert, that was a decent offensive possession. They didn't have the initial break, went to their secondary action, didn't force passes, ball fakes. Sometimes you have to move on to the next thing, which they did there.
Damaris Gonzalez for Navy with that last shot. She's from Miami, Florida, into the game for the first time. Only the second time we've seen her in this tournament.
The Marines are playing a much cleaner offensive game than we've seen in previous games. Again, it speaks to the coaching and the growth and the development of the players. I expect them to be even better tomorrow.
9-point lead for Navy. 4+ minutes to play here in the fourth. Darcy starting to get time where you need buckets and stops.
You're right about that, Dan. This defensive possession will go a long way for the Marines if they can ensure Navy comes up empty. Good job by Darcy to show on the ball screen.
And a timeout called by Sarita Brumfield before Wood could lose possession. 3:46 to play. Marines still fighting.
Here we go. Back again, same scenario. Win, 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 win. Yeah, we on a roll. 2, 4, 6. We like 10 and 0. I should probably tell them something that they didn't know. Back then we was down with nowhere to go. Might have been down, but we didn't fall. Now we running it like some intervals. Ooh, what now? Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, who? Us now. What you gonna do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when I come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, right now. Tell me who you see when you look straight up. Like, wait, ooh, us now. What you gonna do when we pull up on you? Like, ooh, touchdown. You already know what it is when we come through you. Ooh, shut down. Say, ooh, shut down.
3:46 to play here in the fourth quarter. Marine Corps down 9, needs a stop. And they get one.
Not quite what Coach Broomfield wanted out of the timeout. Important offensive possession here for the Marines to cut into this 9-point lead. 3.5 minutes. It's a long time in this game.
Angela Myers comes in on the defensive end here for Navy. And the officials have a quick conversation. And they reset the shot clock to 30 for the Marines here. French in and out. Gonzalez out with the basketball.
Coach Broomfield switching to a 2-3 zone out of that timeout. Effective stopping the Marines.
Oh, and she wanted a screen, did Myers, but didn't get it. Springer in the post. Veronica French right in the middle. Marines with another chance here. Clock under 3 to play. Need a big bucket. Get a big bucket for Brianna Allen.
Great sequence by the Marines, forcing their second consecutive turnover and coming on the offensive end. Great post feed from Darcy to Allen, leading her into the hook shot. 7-point deficit.
69-62. Gonzalez throws it up. No, Springer can't get it to drop. And it's Lindsay down with the board.
The Marines just have to keep stacking good offensive possessions after playing great defense. 3 consecutive stops. They have a chance.
Navy women trying to hang on and get win number 1 of this tournament. Brianna Allen, turnaround, yes! Allen now with 20 points in the contest.
She's really established herself on the inside. Like her best game of the tournament so far. They're finding her.
And Lindsay almost came up with that one. The deficit is 5 for the Marines. Veronica French's message, keep working.
Absolutely, and Brianna Brianna Allen's dominant inside performance forces Coach Broomfield to bring in Tallman and Thomas to help solidify that defensive front line.
Ariel Thomas back into the game for Navy as well. She can hit the three.
Yes, and you see Allen guarding her on the perimeter, and again, Shelby Lindsay hitting the floor all over the action defensively.
Every team needs a Shelby Lindsay.
You need that player who's willing to do the small things. Deflect balls, get on the floor, chase loose balls, rebound, all the hustle plays, set screens, make plays for others.
Shot clock is at 10. Myers wants the shot. Tallman can't get it to go. Gets her own miss and a foul.
And Tallman showing her value, recently inserted into the game. Second and third opportunities, earning a trip to the line.
Tallman, a 59% free throw shooter at Northern New Mexico College, hits the first. Tallman played volleyball too. And the former All-Stater at Antonito High School in Colorado gives Navy 2 more points. They lead at 71-64. Nice pass inside to Lindsay. Yes.
Great job by Jefferson, penetrating the lane, finding her teammate for the assist. Good basketball.
Under a minute to play. It's a 5-point game. Marines desperately need a stop.
They have to play defense without fouling. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Just be solid.
Tallman was all by herself under the basket, but last touched by the Marines.
2-possession game here. 6 seconds on the shot clock. It's imperative that you close this defensive possession out.
Thomas on the baseline, throws it up off the glass. No, Allen down with the rebound. And the Marines are in business with 29 seconds to go.
They are, and who is it again on the interior for the Marine Corps? None other than Brianna Allen, who's been cleaning the glass today, giving her team an opportunity to cut further into this lead to make it a 1-possession game.
Darcy for 3, yes! Kaylee Darcy from downtown. She has 16, and the Marines have brought it to within 2.
Great sequence there, partner. Darcy's been living in that left corner, catch and shoot, very capable. We've talked about her scoring ability. That looks good coming off her hands. Great find by Johnson.
2-point game. Back after this. .24 seconds to go here at the Smith Fitness Center. It's been a great one between the Marines and Navy women. Not decided yet. Navy with a 2-point lead. Marines full court pressure. And they break it. They're in the front court, and now the foul. Darcy commits the foul, Kira Wood. And that stops the clock with 17.1. That's only the second team foul for the Marines. They got to do that 3 more times.
They do. Perhaps a strategy there, extending the full court press, attempting to maybe get it, set a trap if you don't get the steal, then foul when you get half court, but valuable seconds running off the clock.
Wood finds Henderson. Nobody there to foul her. And that took nearly 4 seconds. So if you're Navy, you're loving that.
Yes, took 4 seconds. And the Marines, 2 more fouls until Navy's in the bonus to on the line, excuse me.
Kira Wood to inbound. Danae Wilson, and they can't get to her, and finally the foul. Another 3 seconds.
As time runs on the clock, the hope is that when Navy eventually gets to the line on this next foul, they'll miss at least one, giving the Marines an opportunity to come.
And French with the foul. And so it'll be Henderson at the free throw line. She has 18 points tonight, does Henderson. Navy has shot just 2 free throws in this game. Henderson 5 of 7 in the tournament at the free throw line for a team that has shot just 58% from the charity stripe, but big one there. 19 points for her now.
That was a huge make on the front end.
This could seal it. No, knocked out of bounds by Springer. And so the Marines will call a timeout here with 7.3 seconds left. They've got to draw up a play, but they have capable three-point shooters here.
They do have capable three-point shooters, as we've seen, but the question is, and every coach's philosophy is different on defense, will Coach Broomfield foul up 3? Navy has a couple of fouls to give.
So it will be interesting to see what the former Michigan State Spartan Sarita Brumfield draws up defensively for Navy here. What do you think Chris Madden's thinking about?
I imagine he's drawing a play to maybe get possibly Darcy shot attempt. She's been pure from the three-point line in the latter stages of the game. There are multiple capable three-point shooters, but if I was him, she'd probably be my first option.
Johnson can hit the 3. Brianna Allen can hit the 3. Shelby Lindsay can hit the 3. So there are options here if it breaks down on your first option. So all the speculation, Joel, about to be over.
Yes.
Going to find out here. The Marines will get the ball in the front court, so a break for them here on that. And it is Darcy. 6 seconds left. And that is a backbreaker. 3 seconds left here in Navy to inbound. And Kira Wood is going to give Navy a 72-69 win to close out this game. A valiant effort by the Marines falls short, and the Navy women get win number 1 of this 2024 Armed Forces Basketball Championships. 19 points for Ariana Henderson, 18 points for Danae Wilson, 14 points for Kira Wood. They came to play and they got it done today.
A very balanced effort.
13 for Ariel Thomas. I mean, 4 players at double figures.
Yes, a very balanced effort by this Navy squad. Fortunate for them picking up their first win of the tournament, again, which shows their growth and development throughout this week. Good going for Coach Broomfield and her squad.
Game high 20 points for Brianna Allen, 11 points for Shelby Lindsay. Darcy with 16 points, 7 for Veronica French, but the Marines do fall short. That's going to wrap up our coverage from this one here. Coming up next, it's Army, it's Air Force, a spot in the men's title game on the line. We hope you'll join us in about 24 minutes. For my partner, Joel Hines, and our entire second audio-visual squad and crew, I'm Dan Hawkins. So long from Fort Moore.